And hello to all my friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for the mid-month of April 2022. Now, doing these mid-month readings, I use every single tarot deck that I have. You can see them right at the bottom of your screen there. I've pre-shuffled them all to save us a bunch of time. This is going to be a very fast-paced reading. If you'd like to skip ahead to your specific sign, you can do that in the description, and also across the little bar there, you can see it's broken up into the different signs. So we're going to get into it right now. Just need to do some ritual cuts and we can get rolling. I'm 80% healthy, so that's enough to record. You can hear a little bit of something here, but that's all right. We'll work through it. So up first is going to be Gemini. Here's the ritual cuts using the Oracle Angel card deck here. Do this with both decks. Put them into 3 different pieces, put them back together in a separate order, and then we're ready to go. This is going to be Gemini, followed by Aquarius and Leo. All right, Gemini, middle of the month. Let's see what they got. Got some blockages. I do need to do a discard, and they want it read that way. All right, Gemini. We want to start by talking about social emotional health here. That's what comes up here in the middle of the month for a lot of my Geminis. This isn't an extreme one way or the other, so let me give it to you both ways. One way of this social dynamic would be you're going out too much, you're going having too much fun with your friends, too much spending, such stuff like that, too much loose heart energy there. The other side of that would be that you're kind of in hermit mode, you're not getting out enough, you need to go see your friends more often, you need more of a social life. That's the first thing they call for. So it's usually quite obvious which direction they're going with that for you because it's such a polarizing card in that position. Now, it's something that you need to work on here. They're not just bringing attention to it, they're saying that this is something that needs addressing. So I know that I'm guilty as anybody as easily getting into hermit mode. It's really easy to get sucked into your own little world, especially nowadays with technology and everything else. But human interaction is a very good thing, and we need it a lot more than we think we do. That's probably in some form of how this is coming up here. They do show that a lot of you are acting in weakness here. They don't want you to do that. They want you to act in strength. This can also be love related. They didn't come out and say that directly, but anytime we talk about cups is the suit of your emotions, and emotions are very much love corner type stuff. So they want you to work out of strength and not weakness and be courageous, and don't just do something because you're pressured into doing it or because it's easy to do it. The high road, the good road is usually like a little bit more difficult of a path, but it's the one that you should definitely walk. So anyway, they don't want you to work out a weakness there. There's something that they're saying that you have a weakness towards here. So that probably also goes back to that next card as well. Now, the way that this wraps up, they want action. We want movement, we want action in regards to something very, very real world. They brought in a Knight of Pentacles here to give me this push, basically saying whatever it is that either they're describing here or anything that you've been wavering on, or just in general that you're just kind of at a stopping point and you don't know what to do with, they're saying move. They want you to move. They're saying action. This is ready to go. What are you waiting for? Let's move this along. So this could be different things for different people, kind of depending on where you're at. But if this is something like, let's say, you've been looking at this house and should I put an offer in on this house, or even, move to an apartment or whatever it is. I'm just giving you a silly example. They're saying action here, real life action. So this is not an action up here. This is not an action in your heart. This is a real world action. This could be even moving money around, action with money. So there we go for Gemini, middle of the month. Very good. Up next is Aquarius. Aquarius, big, big, big theme, completely blocked. Let's see if they want it read that way. They do. Interesting. Okay, Aquarius, what do you got going on middle of the month here? There's some things that my Aquariuses do not know. They're letting me know that you don't have all the information. You don't have the complete puzzle to know what the puzzle even looks like at this point. So there's something that is either coming in. I mean, the whole story is blocked, first of all. They bring in clairsentience. I'm going to go back to the main card in just a second. We have Archangel Raguel bumping in here and saying he wants you to notice reoccurring physical, emotional feelings. They signify divine guidance here. So whatever is reoccurring to you right here in the middle of the month here for my Aquarius is big theme. Their emotional feelings attached, the whole 9 yards, guys. So they want you to notice this kind of stuff because you're being guided to deal with it. You're being guided either around it or maybe directly through it for some of you. They're saying that there is a decision that has not been made here, and that's probably what a lot of this is about. And this decision needs to get made. So they're letting me know to let you know that you might not have all the information to make this decision. Perhaps maybe that's what you're waiting for. Maybe you're like, well, I need to find out more about this before I do this. And here Spirit is basically saying, you know, we just need this decision. You're only going to get so much more information about this. There's going to be a lot of this that is just dark, cloudy. You just don't know, you know, moon energy type. They didn't give me the moon card, but I'm just kind of paraphrasing. And this is just, you got to just kind of go a little bit here on faith is what this is about. You're not going to have the complete puzzle piece, like I said. There is either a relationship kind of upside down here or a relationship between two people. And, you know, relationship, the word relationship is a vague one. It's not just, you know, your relationship partner, because what if you're single? This is you and another person. It's two entities, long story short. And a lot of times this is two specific people, but I've also seen this come up as a person in a place of work, a person in a business, or a person in a boss, person in a best friend. So there's a lot of different ways that this can go here, but they're at least letting you know that this is, for a lot of you, there's something upside down or not right. Basically, this needs to be turned around. This needs to be uprighted, and that's what needs to work on. It could be even part of that decision making. It could be even part of the very first card with you just don't know the whole picture, and you know, you just got to kind of roll with the punches anyway. It's kind of what it is all about there. But angelic guidance is there. They're saying, notice that, you know, you're being guided here, and that this is happening for you, not to you. So that's what we have there for Aquarius. Deep, profound one for you guys. Okay, Leo's turn. Let's get into some Leo. Leo also getting a big theme. Okay, Leo, we start with the Lover's card upside down. This could be Leo's in a relationship. This could also be Leos that are single, that is just that they're just kind of asphyxiated on love, or, you know, love is just not what they want it to be, or, you know, maybe the playing field and the potential people here are just not with it here in April. It's just not a good, you know, not a good environment for it, not a good baseline of suitors or something like that. Now, I gave you kind of two different ways there that can go, but they're showing the Lover's card upside down. So this is usually you and a close family member. It doesn't have to be your relationship partner. This could, but most of the time it is when it's the Lover's card. But if you don't have a relationship partner, this is you and somebody else that you're very close to, and they're showing it's upside down. So it needs some work here at least. It doesn't mean that this is like a terrible, brutal thing. I mean, depending on how this goes for different of my Leos, depending where you are kind of in the spread in the spectrum here of Leo, you know, this could be a major deal for you, or this could just be like super minor. So that's kind of where we start. We move into the Chariot card. So this is basically energy moving in two different directions. It could be moving energy into two different people or two different places, but this really needs to hone back into one. That's what this card really means. That's what Spirit is pushing here. For others of you, this could be some kind of message about the car, but I'm going to go back to the energetic definition because they didn't give me any extra information if it was about a car. If I do need to tell you something about the car for middle of the month, I guess take that as a, you know, Spirit saying, hey, take care of the car or whatever that's about. But for most of you, this is going to be energetic. You're doing too much of this with your energy, and Spirit saying you need to do this. So whatever, we go back to the Lover's card, in whatever position this is in or who they're talking about for you, Leo, that's what needs your energy right now. All of it, not just half of it. You know, you need to put the whole thing into it. Compassion comes in for the Angel Oracle card. So this is saying to soften your heart with respect to the situation, not just yourself, but all people involved. It's letting you know that this is more about just you that's involved. Also, probably more than just the other person too. You know, maybe extended family, kids, and so forth, all take a part in this. I have the Death card coming in, so there could be some of you that are going through that you've lost somebody close to you. For others of you, this is a purging process. This is a brand new opportunity, brand new beginning, a clean slate where this has got to be energetic, brand new. And you know, the stuff that happened before, it's all got to be either forgiven or forgotten, or just it's gone. It's got to be gone. So the example that I give with the Death card a lot is like, if this is like a purging process that is something to do, like, for example, a habit like cigarettes, this is something that has to be done fully. This is not something you can do just once in a while, here and there. Just let me grab a cigarette when I'm having a beer. It's not like that. This Death card means cellular level purge. So everything from the past has got to be gone. So I hope that's enough context to put it into what they're trying to tell you. So there we go for Leo. All right, next we got to do a deck change. Virgo is next. That deck is expired. We're going over here. All right, so we need to do the ritual cuts. Put it back together and we're ready to go. So here we go with Virgo, middle of the month. Got some blockages, need to do a discard, and they want it all upright. Actually going to need one more card too. Okay, so Virgos, rest and relaxation. That's what comes up first. It's one of the two things. They're either just talking about that's what's going on right now. It's just a peaceful time right here for my Virgos, middle of the month. Or they're saying you need to find peace. You need to find that relaxation. Maybe you're busy, you're going 100 miles an hour, you're doing too much, you're overwhelmed, overburdened, all that kind of stuff can come up, and you need to just relax. You need to find that balance. You need to let it go a little bit here. So that's what comes up first for Virgo's middle of the month. I do have a man coming in. This is somebody other than you, and this is a masculine type person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man. Females can definitely be masculine too and present themselves as masculine energy, but here we have, for most cases, this is a male that's coming in, and he's looking at this here. So this is either somebody you're working with who's noticing this, or a close family member who is noticing this, or maybe the message is also for them. You know, maybe this is for you to relay to them. This person is also kind of has their back to a female here a little bit, so there could be some kind of disturbance here in the social life of some form between a man and a woman. You could really be either one, to be honest with you. I think they're showing a relationship between two people. I'm grabbing an extra card here just to see one more thing. There's the two people here, I have them facing other directions away from each other, so they're kind of like cold-shouldered is what they show here. So a lot of my Virgos may be going through something like this in their love corner, somewhere close to them. Spirit is basically saying they want you to think of new things here, new ideas, new ways to make this more interesting, or to problem solve, or, you know, new ways, light bulb effects. And it's also kind of saying that you're going to be inspired as well. So it's not like they're just kind of like throwing you to the wolves or like, figure it out, Virgo. They're not saying that at all. They're saying that, you know, divine guidance is on its way. So there we go with Virgo. Next up is Libra. Libra, middle of the month. Huge theme there. Got some blockages, need a discard. It's going to be run just the way it is. Angel card. Okay, for my Libra's middle of the month here, they're really talking about really needing to be around other people right now. This is a big deal. If this is something you're already doing, it's very good. Very good to do. Don't be alone if you're a Libra right now in the middle of the month. It's not good for you. Being around others, that social good interaction, that good vibing with other people, especially your people that are you know, your type, you know, your type of people. Hang around your what's the word for it? Your clan, your people, your tribe. Tribe was what I was trying to say there. So they do show that there's a Lover's card inverted here. So for some of you, either be closer to your loved ones here, especially ones that you haven't seen in a while here. Libras are being pushed in that direction here. We have blockages on that. So this really needs to be opened up in some form. And for some of you, this could be a love relationship, but I want to put a broader kind of brackets on it. I want to say that this is anybody close to your heart. Okay, so anybody who is that you've distanced yourself from, or has distanced themselves from you. You know, you need to kind of clear the air here to a certain point, and maybe it's just spending more time with some family members you haven't seen in a while, and, you know, varying degrees of that. They do show an element of sickness here, so I don't want my Libras to either get stuck in their own head if this is kind of like a mental sickness here, or this could also present itself as physical sickness too. If that's the case, if you start feeling funny, you got to vitamin up, A, B, C, D, zinc. You know, as soon as you feel something, that is what I recommend to just about everybody. Anytime I see the sick card come up, and if you follow my stuff, you know that I've just been terribly sick the last week, and that's something that I usually don't have. I'm usually quite healthy, and it's because of when I start feeling my system. Autoimmune response. You know, you feel a little weird or swollen in your glands and stuff like that. That's your body telling you that something not supposed to be there is around, and that's the perfect time to start kind of building up your immunity, and most of the time you can chase it out. So if that's the kind of thing, we're telling you that as a preventative. Hopefully you can avoid it altogether, but if not, you know, just keep hitting those vitamins, A, B, C, D, zinc, help you get through. If it's something viral, tonic water with quinine in it is very antiviral. A big glass of that can help also. And of course, none of this supersedes any doctor's orders. Doctor's orders are always first. We have clear your space here. They're talking about getting rid of clutter and clearing the energy around you. We talked about that a little bit already. So it's just very important for my Libras to be completely free here. You guys got to spread your wings. You got to have room to grow, room to work, room to operate. Don't get too constrained. Don't get too constricted, tied into, close workplaces, closed environments. Get out, get some fresh air, get some freedom. Very important to do for my Libras. Very good. Next up is Capricorn. Capricorn, middle of the month. That's it. Okay, Capricorn, you guys were nice and easy on me. Thank you. We start with the Disney World card. This is very good family energy here. It's the 10 of Cups. I kind of look at it as the joy card, the happy, blissful, kind of family and surroundings here. For some of my Capricorns, that may not be you, but that's what they're saying. The advice is if it's not. So we're either describing what you're doing and what the situation is, or we're describing kind of the direction. So that's what the main thing they want to talk about there first. Also a good time to do things with family when that comes up. Good time here in the middle of April to do such things, to reach out to even old friends, maybe that you've lost touch with, something like that, hang out with them. We do show the home's a little upside down, so the home could use some work. This could be the home, the environment. Some of you working at home, this needs to be kind of like separated a little bit here or worked out. Or, I'm not exactly sure what home upside down means specifically, which is especially in a general reading when I can't ask you guys questions about it. I just kind of give you the gist there and let you attach it to what you want. But they're showing that the home is upside down, which basically means it needs work, or it's coming in blocked, or something's not done yet. Something needs to happen first. It needs attention. It needs energy. So that's really all I got for Capricorn. Overall, very good stuff there. Now we do need to do some deck changes here. That's all done. Let me create some room. There we go. I'm going to be using this deck for my angel oracles now. Got a ritual cut it. Put it back together. That one's ready. And then this one, and we are ready to go with Sagittarius. And there we go. Sagittarius, middle of the month. Short and sweet for my Sagittarius friends. We start with a small victory. That's always good news and good to see. Small victories should not be discredited or discounted. They add up to big victories. This is a lot of my Sagittariuses they show here are getting things in order here in the middle of the month, putting things together, getting things laid out, organized. Very big theme there. A lot of you are being overlooked or looked not overlooked, that's the wrong way to put it. Like other people are watching you here. So set a good example to them. That could also, I've seen that come up in the workplace before too. It would be like if a boss is like monitoring your performance. So it's a good time to, do things the right way, work extra hard, show yourself very, very well for stuff like this. The other aspect that they talk about here in your middle of April, a lot of my Sagittariuses are a little bit tied down here, either in love or mental or maybe with work, or it can really pop up in any corner here. And without you here to ask those questions too, it's really hard to pinpoint. But this is letting you know here that you are a little strapped right here. You're a little tied to some situations, but you're not completely strapped to them. So it's letting you know that there is still an element of freedom to this. So don't feel like you're completely like immobilized here. Like you can get up, you can move around. Like maybe you can't, move around as much as you'd like or have the freedom to do things as much as you would like, but you still can. So that's really what that's about there. So very good there for Sagittarius. Short and sweet message for you guys. Next up is Pisces. Pisces, middle of the month. Came in completely blocked. We're going to discard, and they want it to be read that way. Pisces, to start here in the middle of April, some of you are thinking about moving, or we have blocked local move coming in. So this is a local move that is on the horizon that's not here yet. Maybe May, maybe June, something like that. The other definition of this card is work is kind of between two different areas, and it's a little bit, the path is upside down right now, a little unsure, a little not sure of where this is going. Maybe you haven't decided which way your work, career, enterprise is going to move here in the middle of April. Maybe you have some decisions to be making there. The other thing that comes up here very strongly is the Three of Cups inverted. This is you kind of either you or the other person. We're talking about two people here that have kind of, there's a relationship in neglect. There is something between two people that either needs to be worked out, or maybe two people have kind of gone their other way. Maybe it's just completely neutral, and maybe you've just been busy living your life. They've been busy living their life. Maybe there's no drama at all, and it's just space. Okay, so this is saying that it's a good time to reach back out to these people. Good time to spend time, get your social kind of emotional health here on the right path here, or at least or rebuilding the relationship is a very big thing there. So there we go for Pisces. Very good. Short and sweet. We're just plowing through this deck here. Next up is Aries. Aries, middle of the month. Okay, Aries, we start with the trophy case card, successful, something successful coming in. We have good emotional success too. So for some of you, this could be love related. For others of you, this is accomplishment related, or just just spending time, good energy here in general. It is a very vague card, very hard to read in a general reading. But when it's this good, I mean, I guess I don't feel like I need to do a whole lot with it. I don't feel like there's anything that you're missing. Things are coming in actually quite well, so it makes my job quite easy. I don't really have to do a lot for you. There is something with a younger person that's coming in here for a lot of my Aries here in the middle month. This could be somebody younger than you. This could be a child. It's usually a generation gap younger than you here. This could also be, well, they're telling me that's not the case here. So this is generation gap younger. So they're talking about somebody here. Could be a child of yours. It could be just somebody, a close friend of yours that's much younger or something like that. This person's a little hung up on something here. They're showing the Hanged Man. So this is not about you, but this is letting you know here for my Aries that this is something you can help. You can help this person out, get them maybe a little unstuck here from the situation, or at least get them feeling better about what it is that they're going through. They're going through some tough times, and they feel like they're kind of hung out to dry a little bit here. Hopefully not by you, probably not by you, but when this comes in, this is a situation, a circumstance, or just something that you can do to brighten somebody else up or lift somebody else up. Another short and sweet message, but very profound for Aries. So hopefully you guys can do that, and I've given you enough context so that you know kind of like what I'm talking about, or at least when it pops into your life, you recognize it that way. So now we need to do a deck change, very last one. That deck is expired. That was a quick run there. This is going to be the last little set here. Ritual cut it. And then we go with Cancer. Cancer is my last, well, not my last sign, but the first sign in this deck. Here we go, Cancer, middle of the month. Okay. Short and sweet for Cancer here. We got action going on with health, action going on with money. For my Cancers, it's going to be probably a split audience. For some of you, they're talking about moving money. For others of you, they're talking about moving stuff with health. Let's get some health stuff done here, okay? Let's address some health issues. Let's get healthier, whether it's diet related, exercise related, eating certain ways, whatever this is for you, stuff you got to get done for your health that maybe you've been overlooking or procrastinating on or something like that. Like, let's get moving with it, okay? So it's either the health side or it's the finance side. If it's the finance side, it's saying like, let's move money around, let's get these taxes done, let's get this account paid off, they get this credit card done, signed, sealed, done, whatever it is. So that's really what comes in first for Cancer. There is an element of that. This is the reason they're pushing this so hard is because this opens up a new level of freedom. This gets, they're not saying that you are completely like bound to this at all, but it's just a very freeing type energy when you get this done, when you take this action. And that's why they're pushing it so hard, because they want you to kind of get the monkey off your back, get over it, and get beyond it. So that's what we have there for Cancer, middle of the month. Very good. Next up is Scorpio. Scorpio, middle of the month. Coming in completely blocked. Let's see if they want it read that way. A lot of my Scorpios are dealing with, excuse me, are getting over or dealing with a lighter level of heartbreak here in some form. That's what they present it as. This could also be, a past tie over. This could be an attachment that has just either tied itself to you or attached itself to you like cordage a long time ago, and it's just still entering kind of into your April, middle of the month here, or it's just maybe something happened in the middle of the month, April here, and it's just something that's really hurt your heart. That's really what they show. And I've given you a few different kind of examples of what that could be, but this is a tough card to read. Very, very tough in a general reading, but that's what it is. It's kind of the stinging here. It's kind of like a knife through the heart. You know, of course, not literally for almost everybody, but the pain is the same. That's really what this is here. And when they show light level of heartbreak, thankfully I have this card turned, because otherwise it would be the serious kind of heartbreak where it's just like really devastating. And not to discount this, whatever some of my Scorpios are going through here, but they're showing that you're at least you're handling it well, or you're getting over kind of the sting of something and moving into a better place. They do show that the house is kind of upside down here, or the home or the environment. So something with the home needs work, needs energy. I had this come up for another sign too. I want to say it was Leo. Don't quote me if I'm wrong on that, but this has come up for other people too. So this is a pretty big deal for middle of April here. There's some stuff that needs work in the home. Put the energy into it. Get things caught up. Get projects done. Whatever you need to do to get caught up around the home, that's what that needs to be. And also getting the family on track and stuff like that. All that stuff comes up there for the middle of April for Scorpio. Next up is Taurus. We're going to wrap up with Taurus. Saving the best for last, Taurus. Okay, Taurus, we want to talk about how great you guys have done with taking authority of your love corner. They want to give you a little applause here. That's where we're starting with the King of Cups. They're letting you know you've done such a great job here with your love corner. Taking control of things yourself instead of letting other people control you, making decisions yourself for your heart, protecting your heart, trusting it with the right people, not trusting it with the wrong ones. All that kind of stuff comes up very well. But as much as they're applauding you and saying you've done such a good job of this, they're also telling you you need to keep it up. That this is not something that you can slack on. This is where you need a continuance. You need to keep doing things this way. You've done such a good job here middle of the month. And they need you to keep doing it so that you keep yielding those same great results. That basically the reason they're applauding you. We do have the Ace of Wands inverted here, so this is something new with work for a lot of you here that is not here yet, or something has to happen first. This is like new business, new job, new enterprise, new learning, like college, or just learning a new skill, new trade, something like that, Taurus. So they want you to start thinking about this here. In the middle of April doesn't mean that you have to actually do anything about it, because it is on a delay. So this is definitely coming later, but it's coming into the middle of April because it's something they want you to consider or start thinking about or start brainstorming about, or figuring out, so that when it does come later, maybe May, June, July, you're ready to go. You can just kind of pull the trigger and go. And with that being a work corner thing, that can be, that's a big corner. Excuse me, work, business, enterprise, area of study, collegiate courses, retirement, if you're of that age, if you got to work on retirement stuff, or any kind of new business stuff comes in really well there. Okay, so ran out of breath. So that's going to wrap us up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining, even though I'm not 100% healthy yet. I'm working through it, trying to get through there for you. So here's the mid-month. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. Love messages, the love readings for the month of April are coming up next. See you with those very, very soon, posting very shortly after this one. Take care.